Hey, what's up, you guys? Johnny Beane here, and join our Van Halen Facebook group, exclusively Van Halen. All things Van Halen over there. If you like Van Halen, it's the place you want to be on Facebook. Exclusively Van Halen. Link is down below in the description of this video. So we are celebrating, is it 31 years of Balance? Is that true? Balance record, 31 years today, January 24th, 2026. Let's talk about the album for a few right here on, what channel is this?
Hey, this is Michael Anthony right here, and you are watching exclusively Van Halen on the Johnny Beane TV. Keep it there. Woo! See ya!
Hey, what's up, you guys? Johnny Beane here. This is exclusively Van Halen, the Van Halen Show on YouTube. We're also on X. We're also on Facebook. If you like your Van Halen, this is the place you want to be right here for all things news. We got anniversary news today. There's a podcast on Spotify. So it is January 24th, 2026. And if you're watching this, this is called a YouTube premiere. This isn't live. I am actually at the NAMM show right now. So you're probably watching exclusive NAMM show coverage the past couple days and today. So make sure you keep it here, as Michael Anthony says. So we're going to do a little anniversary show here. Balance, released on this day, January 24th, back in 1995. Let's actually go to Wikipedia. Let's read some stuff here. Balance is the 10th studio album by American rock band Van Halen, released on January 24th, 31 years ago today by Warner Brothers Records. The album is the last of the band's 4 studio releases to feature Sammy Hagar as the lead singer. It is also the final Van Halen album to feature bassist Michael Anthony, and it's entirely, I can't even read. That's okay. Balance reached number 1 on the U.S. Billboard 200 in February of 1995. Dude, that's next month. That'll be 31 years ago. Wow. And reached triple platinum status on May 12th, 2004. By selling more than 3 million copies in the U.S., the Seventh Seal was nominated for a Grammy for Best Hard Rock Performance. That is pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff, you guys. Drop a comment below, or see, this is called a YouTube premiere. If you're watching this live, this is a live video, but it's not live, but the chat is live. So if you are watching this right here, right now, you can participate in the live chat, and I should be in the chat with you guys. I'll be down in the LA area somewhere when this video premieres, but I will be with you guys. Let's get the 5150 in the shot. There we go, man. Right there. So, when did you guys get this record? Did you buy it when it was first released? Did you buy it years later? I bought it the day it came out on cassette and CD. And I remember buying the vinyl at a store called Village Music in Mill Valley, California. Sammy Hagar himself had delivered those vinyls to the shop. The owner told me that. He's like, Sammy just brought these in. And he actually brought in, I've got this right here. Let me show you guys. This is cool. Right here. So, available January 24th. It's signed by Sammy. So Sammy Hagar, 1995. It's like a little window display thing. The owner of Village Music in Mill Valley, California. He gave this to me as a gift. And he even gave me some guitar picks, a Michael Anthony Balance pick and a Sammy Hagar Balance pick. And again, this is before the album even came out. This is before the record was even released. He gave me the stuff. Very cool. Let's see, I can actually show you guys. Yeah, here we go. Here's the guitar picks right here. He gave these to me. So again, this was before the album was even released. Gave these to me, a Michael Anthony Balance and a Sammy Hagar Balance. Red Rocker Balance. Look at that. That is cool. Pretty thin. Thin guitar pick. Very cool stuff. So, yeah, drop some comments below. Did you buy this record when it first came out? What were your thoughts on this album when it first came out? Featuring a more serious tone than other Van Halen albums, Balance features the full integration of Eddie Van Halen's guitar riffs and keyboard work and contains 3 instrumentals. The record received mixed reviews from many music critics. The album was remastered by Don Landy and released on October 6, 2023 as part of the Collection 2, the 4 studio albums with Hagar, plus an extra disc of 8 rarities. I've got it right here, actually. Although, I mean, they say it's rarities. If you're like a regular fan, the stuff really wasn't, it's not like rare. It's just kind of spread out on different albums. See, it's called Studio Rarities, 89 to 24. I mean, all those songs are on albums. None of them are unreleased. Anyway, this is the Collection 2, which, by the way, will be given away at some point on the channel here. So make sure you're subscribed to the channel. You may be able to win this at some point. All the CDs remastered. Not remixed, but remastered. Very cool. So, let's see. Just kind of scroll through a little bit. Are there photos on here? We should go well, we got the songs. We can go through the tunes. Seven Seal. I'll give you guys a little bit of trivia on some of these. Seven Seal as the opening track. Had the monks chanting at the beginning. When I first heard that song, I actually heard it. It wasn't when I first bought the record. I heard either the entire album or most of them on it was a radio broadcast from, I think it was from England. And the band was there because they went over to Europe to play shows first, and then the album was released. And so I remember when I first heard Seven Seal, I'm like, I bet you they're going to open the show with that. And that's exactly what they did. They even had the monks chanting on stage with them in Minneapolis, Minnesota on that tour. So that was cool. So anyway, so Seventh Seal, that main guitar part actually goes all the way back to the early 80s. There is a Diver Down bootleg. If you guys know which show I'm talking about, which bootleg, you can actually hear Edward play a little bit of that main riff. during a Diver Down show. It's true. Cool, huh? Can't Stop Lovin' You. That's another cool track. That was a single released, and I believe the B-side to that was a song that was only available as a bonus track on the Japan release. We'll get into that in a little bit. But Can't Stop Lovin' You, that had a music video to it. Don't Tell Me, that music video premiered, I want to say like midnight-ish, New Year's Eve, 95. I remember staying up and playing guitar, playing my Van Halen Music Man guitar, waiting for that music video to drop. That was cool. So Don't Tell Me, there was a music video to that. Can't Stop Loving You, there's a music video to that. And they're kind of connected, the storylines, although I've never really followed the storyline to those videos. If you guys know what I'm talking about, drop a comment down below. Let us know about that. Amsterdam was about being in Amsterdam, and there was a music video to that was banned on MTV. But if you went and saw Van Halen in concert, you could see the music video because it played on the big Jumbotron screens behind them while they played the song live. So that's pretty cool. Big Fat Money. It's kind of a like a bluesy number. Strung Out is an instrumental. Let's see. Not Enough. Wait. Strung Out. Was that the one? Is that the piano one? Yeah, Strung Out. That's actually audio of Edward basically destroying a piano, and that actual music. What's music? That actual audio, let's say, actually goes back to 1983. Was actually recorded in 83. And some of that was mainly used in this movie called The Wildlife. So you're going to actually hear Strung Out. You're going to actually hear more of it in the Wildlife movie soundtrack. This is true. Cool stuff. Not Enough. Another Van Halen piano ballad song. I always liked that one. I've always liked the ballads, the stuff where the piano was like the main instrument, because piano really was Edward's main instrument, if you really think about it. Aftershock, another great song. Doing Time. Okay, that's the Alex Van Halen instrumental, which I think that one kind of came from Alex's drum solo, like the previous tour, the Right Here, Right Now tour. He, at the end of his drum solo, you would hear like a piano track, like a keyboard track start playing, and that actually was Alex on keyboard. I believe that turned into Doing Time. I think. Seems like it to me anyway. And then number 10, I could never pronounce that. Baluchitherium? I could never pronounce that name, but anyway, that's an instrumental from Edward. Some people kind of think it's kind of like a Satriani type of thing. Cool stuff. Take Me Back, Déjà Vu. That song goes way back, actually, or at least the main guitar part goes back to the late 70s. If you listen to one of the Van Halen demo tracks from like 77, you do hear a little bit of the intro to that song, I think, if I'm remembering correctly. And then on the last track of the regular album, Feelin, rounds out the collection of songs for Balance. Another great song. I've always liked that one. But if you bought the Japan version, there was one more song called Crossing Over. And that is actually the B-side. Well, it says right there. That was actually the B-side to Can't Stop Loving You. So you didn't have to try to find the Japanese version of Balance to get that, although I did. I found it. I had it. Later on, when Can't Stop Lovin' You was released as a CD single or a cassette single, Crossing Over was on that one, was on that as well. And I believe it was the same version, same song, but Crossing Over, that was a very different type of recording for Van Halen, because Edward also played drums on that song. You can hear him playing drums on one of the sides. I can't think of which one it is. Maybe it says on here. But you could hear him playing the drums. It says here, Steve Lukather sang background vocals on Not Enough. Produced by Bruce Fairbairn. Of course, Don Landy, remastered in 2023. Let's see. So, a little bit of info on that. Great album, though. And I do remember when it first came out. I mean, I bought it, I had it, I listened to it, and it's funny because I do a lot of video gaming on Twitch these days. You can find me over there. I'm there all the time. Most evenings I'm over there. But anyway, years before I was doing, 31 years ago, I was playing video games on like the Super Nintendo, Nintendo NES, and I remember, well, it would have been 31 years ago. I remember listening when Balance first came out, listening to that album all the time while playing video games on Super Nintendo. I remember doing that. So some of my my memories of Balance are playing video games. Pretty wild. So, and then of course there was the tour later on, which I was there. I saw them. I saw them on tour. I saw the show in Oakland, California. I saw the show in San Jose, California. And it's funny. I remember I worked at a guitar shop, and this guy right here actually taught guitar lessons in a back room at that same shop.
Hi, this is Alex Skolnick, and you're watching Johnny Beane TV.
So I remember I was going to go to the show, and Alex was there, and I told him, "Oh, it's Slash's Snake Pit is opening," and he's like, "Well, hey, if you run into the lead singer, tell him I said hi." And I was thinking, okay, cool, but I was thinking, yeah, how would I run into the singer of this band, right? Turns out I did. I just happened to run into him like in a hallway or something. This was in San Jose, California, I guess at the, whatever the venue was. It would have been the arena. And I remember seeing him and I was like, hey, Alex Skolnick says hi. And he's like, well, hey, tell him I said hello. And then he's like, I gotta go call my mom. I think it was Mother's Day that day. That's what it seemed like. So that was cool. But anyway, saw them in San Jose, California, that tour. Saw them in Oakland, California, which that show was actually rescheduled because Edward had a loaded gun in his bag, and he was detained at the airport, and I guess he didn't realize that he had it. So the show, the original date of the Oakland show was postponed because of that, I believe. It was in the newspaper. I still have the newspaper clipping of it and everything. But so anyway, so by the time they got up here and did that show, the opening band At least one of them that I remember was Shaw Blades, Tommy Shaw and Jack Blades. So it was basically them playing Damn Yankees. It was basically Damn Yankees without Ted Nugent, is what it was. It was a different guitar player. I don't know who the guitar player was, but it was the same drummer from Damn Yankees, Tommy Shaw, Jack Blades. So I remember that. That was the Oakland show. So Slash's Snake Pit opened San Jose. The lead singer I ran into, told him Alex Skolnick says hi. Oakland, Shaw Blades opened. There may have been other opening bands as well. I just remember these. And then Mountain View, California, they played. And I remember at the very end of that show, Edward took his headband off and he like shot it out into the crowd. I remember thinking that was pretty cool. There they are. Balance era. Yeah, so great album. Unfortunately, it was the last, technically, it was the last full studio record to feature Sammy Hagar. Of course, the next year, Sammy left. Gary Cherone came in. Van Halen 3, 1998. I unfortunately did not see that tour in person. I was on tour myself that year working with Desmond Child. But I did see the Live at the 10 Spot MTV broadcast from that, and of course the music videos from that, and then eventually Sammy came back for the 2004 Best of Both Worlds compilation with 3 new tracks, co-produced or worked on with Glenn Ballard, who actually worked with I think Desmond actually knew him, I remember, but Glenn Ballard was known for Alanis Morissette's Jagged Little Pill, which I was a huge fan of at the time. Still am. But, yeah. So, yeah. Anyway, good memories. I have good memories of this stuff. And I can't believe it's 31 years ago that this album or this era happened. And here I am talking about it all these years later. So, there we go. I think that's it. I think that'll do it. Again, if you're watching the live premiere of this video, I am at the NAMM show right now. And I'm probably in the chat, so I'll say hi. Say hi to me in the live chat right here. But if you're just discovering the channel from this, I do this show exclusively Van Halen. Love Van Halen. Is it everything I listen to all day long every day? No, it's not. But I grew up on Van Halen, so I know it. That's why I talk about it. So, but I do talk about a lot of guitar-related content, music news, rock news, guitar. I've got a guitar workbench where I work on guitars. It's kind of a mess right now, as you can see. But anyway, I'm at the NAMM show right now, so tons of NAMM show live coverage happening right here on this channel, right here, right now. So subscribe to the channel. Next goal, 14K YouTube subscribers. But we're not just on YouTube. I mean, we're everywhere, you guys. We're on every platform there is. TikTok, Instagram, X, Facebook, Twitch, everything. So anyway, hey, let's say hello to the top tier of our channel members, because channel membership is a way you can help support the channel, support these shows. Top tier are the executive producers. They're currently Michael B. Live, Music Therapy Laz, who's actually here with me at the NAMM show. Mini Guitar Society, Majestic PB and J Cat, Flipper Carlin, Bay Area Rich, Sherman Callahan, Nova 9 Music, R. Habs, and Janice Lala. Thank you guys for being top tier channel members, and thank you to all channel members for your support with these shows. And I know I need to add a couple names to this list. I will do that as soon as I can, but I want to thank all of you for your support and watching these shows and the comments on these videos, everything, you guys. Thank you so much. Oh, yeah. I got this at the 2022 NAMM show. I'm probably getting a new shirt this trip. So, awesome. Anyway, you guys, so stay tuned for more exclusive NAMM show live coverage right here on Johnny Beane TV. And we'll wrap everything up when I get back. And tons of more stuff in the works, you guys. It's pretty cool. But anyway, happy 31st to Van Halen's Balance. And by the way, again, join my Van Halen Facebook group. It's called Exclusively Van Halen. In the live chat, Nightbot will have a link to it. If you like Van Halen, it is the place you want to be on Facebook. We have a great time over there. We talk all things, all eras of Van Halen. It is cool. So, all right. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and drop your comments below. Favorite songs from Balance? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you on the next show here on, what channel is this?
You're watching Johnny. You're watching this motherfucker on wherever you're watching it. Just watch him. He's a legend.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Hey, it's Corey Feldman. You're watching Johnny Beane TV, I guess.
Hey guys, NAMM 2023 taking off. Here's Johnny Beane. Watch Johnny Beane TV, the best freaking show on the net, man. I love this guy.
Thank you so much, dude.
You bet.
Thank you. And then I'll give you mine, so come back around this way. Okay, let's go. All right, Mike. Hi.
How you doing?
I'm Johnny Beane. I met you last year. I talked to you on Google Plus.
Oh, yes. I remember you. Yeah.
I look like.
All right, let's go. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
All right.
He was at a Google Plus hangout.
I'm Johnny Beane.
Thank you so much for watching. Click on another video here on YouTube. Drop your comments below and stay tuned for more live NAMM show coverage right here on Johnny Beane TV.